Hello again for the longest. I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been like 8 days, 9 days by the time you're seeing this, probably. I apologize for my absence. I've just been caught up in so many things in terms of myself and, what I have to do. But thank you for joining me. Unnecessary dominance is what we'll be covering today, or at least what we'll be talking about today. Thank you for choosing to sit with me and this and that. We can't be in control of everything. In the sense of being in control of where our life goes or being in control of what falls into our hands, if that makes sense. Yes, to a degree, I guess you can kind of say you can be in control of these things in terms of manifesting the life you want and manifesting the things you want, but in doing so doesn't ultimately mean that you're going to get whatever it is you're manifesting, just right then and there. There's going to be people, there's going to be things, and there's going to be situations that fall at our feet that we're going to have to go through, that we're going to have to withstand, that we're going to have to try to uncover, As always, challenges, hardships, we should see them as challenges because they're really just a test of our inner self. You understand? They're just tests of, what are you willing to do or how are you willing to navigate through this hardship, in order to truly benefit yourself? Or what will this hardship show me about myself that I suffer with? What will it show me about myself that I need to heal? What will it show me that I need to see within myself? There's a lesson in everything. Life is a metaphor. It's a big metaphor. It's a big school of lessons. But yes, unnecessary dominance. I'm pretty sure in your life you've met people who are trying to be in control of everything. People that love the energy that comes with, being in control or dominating over others or dominating over anything. You can classify those people as narcissists in a way. But those people have been overcome by this ego, this false identity of themselves. Now, they have this ego, but it's not like, how we have egos. These people have egos in the sense of this is their whole identity. This is who they are day to day to day, Every single second, this is who this person is, trying to be in control of everything. When in the midst of it, they don't understand that they're not in control of themselves. How do you want to conquer something when you can't even conquer yourself? Doesn't really make sense, does it? Or at least to me. It may to those, but I think as a whole we can agree that that doesn't really coincide with with one another or make sense. But yeah, understand within yourself that you cannot be in control of everything. You have to let life flow. The wind will carry us. Let life flow. Let things flow. You do your part, and the universe will just do its part for it. Do its part for you. Sorry. I'm tripping over my words a lot in this video. It's been a while since I've turned the camera on and talked in front of it. But yes, do your part. Do what you believe is just. Do what you believe is right by nature, by yourself, by your morality. And the universe will mirror that. And this is just a big mirror. Life in itself is a big mirror. What you give is what you get. So don't operate around people or your day-to-day and do things that damage yourself, things that damage others, because life will just mirror that your way. And then you'll ask yourself, oh, why did this happen to me? Or I don't deserve this, or I don't do, this and that. But in reality, it's just a reflection of something that happened, or it's a reflection of your inner self, your inner worlds. The universe tends to mirror what we are feeling within ourselves, hence why manifestation exists, because manifesting is just you seeing something within yourself and feeling a certain way towards that, creating an energy. And this energy ends up, transforming in what's that word I'm trying to look for? It ends up decrystallizing or crystallizing in this reality, you know? The inner worlds within ourselves. Damn, I can't talk today. The inner worlds within ourselves hold the greatest power and the greatest truth that human being and mankind as a whole has lost. The power that you have within yourself and the power that we as a whole have within ourselves is very great. And the sad truth of it is reality in the world has made us forget to look within ourselves. Yet they create distractions and a bunch of things that cause us to turn the other eye towards this world. When in reality, the world that really matters is the world that's within us. Build yourself a beautiful garden within, and be the garden that gives the fruits and the vegetables and whatever you want to call it to the world outside of you. Be the Garden of Eden. I believe that's what it's called. Be this vast and be this great garden within yourself, that you even yourself have a sun within yourself. Be this environment within yourself, and the world will mirror that. The people will gravitate towards you. People will love you, and you will love everything around you. As a whole, the goal is to love everything and just accept everything as it is and not criticize and not judge. But as being human, we're constantly surrounded by that and see it every day. It's just a matter of focusing on yourself and focusing on what you can do for yourself and within yourself in order to give back to everything outside of you. But yes, sorry I derailed. If you watch my videos, you know that I do that a lot. But yeah, avoid trying to have dominance over everything, especially anyone. Never try to think that you are better than somebody. Never try to think that your experiences in life are better than somebody else, because to make a claim like that is just pure ignorance and pure ego, that it's like, it shouldn't even be a conversation. Like, this is not a competition of whose life is better or whose life is worse. We're one in the same. So what's the point of making an argument over something that is just unnecessary? There's no point in doing any of that. There's no point in comparing anything at all. There's nothing that you can't do, in the sense of, if you want something, you see somebody else with it, you can get it yourself. Vice versa. You know how it goes. I don't have to explain any of that. But yeah, dominance in thinking you're better than somebody else is like one of the biggest forms of ego. Narcissism, whatever you want to call it. I understand that in some instances, some people say that, I have to have ego. You have to have ego to live. And of course we have to have ego to live. We have multiple egos. We're not just talking about one superficial ego that just means I'm better than you. That's not what we're talking about. The human being and humankind as a whole has billions and billions of egos. We're not just talking about one thing. There's ego in love, there's ego in lust, there's ego in happiness, there's ego in everything. It's just a matter of forgetting all of that and just existing. Usually people that take high doses of psychedelic experiences this ego death, this detachment of everything and just existing, this detachment of you being this or you thinking this, and you know how it goes. It's just a whole loophole of a bunch of stuff. And I won't speak too much on it because, to be honest, I am not the most educated in that scientific sense. I'm still learning as it is and as it goes. Every single day I'm learning something new about myself, and every single day I have things that I need to work on within myself. Like, some days I'm better, some days I'm not. And that's life. That's life for me, that's life for you. It's just a matter of persisting and you know, staying on course and keep going forward, because there's nothing worse, there's nothing better. It just is, you know, this just is. But as always, avoid thinking you're better than anybody. Avoid dominance and avoid trying to control life, because in reality, the only thing you can do is what you can do. Anything outside of that is out of your hands, is out of your control. So focus on yourself and focus on the things you can do today in order to become a better person. Don't try to control life. Don't try to control people in your life to make you do the things you want to do. Never do that. Be your own person. The person that you should worry about controlling and dominating is yourself. Simple. The person you should focus and put all that energy and attention to is yourself. Nobody else. You know, in terms of, you get what I mean. You get what I mean. I guess I'll leave the video there. Thank you for joining me as always. If the sun has just risen, I hope you have a good day and a good experience. And if the night has just fallen, I hope you have a good night, some good dreams. Thank you for all the love and support. I apologize for my inconsistency and my lack of content I've been pushing out. I've been carried away with my own life's problems, life's challenges. But I'm going to try to do better. Expect the video tomorrow. It depends on what time it is today. I could post this video today. I'll post this video today. Why not? I'm going to do my best. But thank you for all the love and support. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for everything. You know, some people send me messages on Instagram, you know, giving me their thanks and their support. And that stuff really helps me. You know, seeing people transcend and what's that word? Attach and relate to the messages I'm speaking. And it just helps a lot. And your comments as well. So thank you so much for that. I'm doing the very best that I can. And you guys just make it easier for me to do the best that I can. So thank you for all your love and support. And I love every single one of you. Peace.